Go live. You're live, it says. Am I though? I think we are live. Oh boy. Good. This is good. Welcome, people. You guys haven't seen me around here before, and some of you were probably expecting Simon. But alas, he is weak. He is sick at home, dying, collecting his strength for more sided things with sides. So instead, we're going to do something way cooler than boring old nodes and stuff. And, well, that's a lie. We're going to do something way more boring. And rig Snow, which is the character that Julian created on these live streams way back. Well, not that far ago. Not that long ago, but a while ago. I hear myself very loudly. Which I wonder if that means you guys hear me very loudly. Okay, there are people here. They are a bit hyped more than what is reasonable. Okay, so I just opened this file for the first time. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but probably start slapping some bones in there, and we'll see what happens. I hope I have my user preferences, because I didn't test that either. If anyone notices anything that is not working, then let me know. Like if the sound is shit, or oh, can I swear? We'll see. Francesco will let me know. Or if the interface is being hidden by my face or stuff like that. All right. I don't know. Let's add some bones. And I will be using CloudRig to rig Snow, which, for all of you who are not aware, is the thing that I used for Sprite Fright as well, and the thing that I developed. It's a rigify feature set. I have no idea why my bones are not here. No, I do know. I should probably open this file with my UI. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let me just save this as snow.rig.blend, or maybe snow.rig.blend. And then I'm gonna start from my fresh file and open this guy. Oh boy, where is it? Here, without UI. Goodbye, Julian's demonic UI. And there we go. Oops, what is it? Blue world? Sure. Alright, whoa. I don't know what my default world is doing. Well, anyways, we don't need this. We need EV. Well, we don't need EV, but I want EV. Oh boy. Do you simulate clothing? Yeah, good luck. No. I wish. One day. Okay, so I have my default human meta rig, which is actually coincidentally the proportions of rain. So I'll just start moving stuff around and make it fit the proportions of snow. And I will probably make some terrible mistakes that I will have to deal with as they come along. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty boring and chill, and if anyone has some fascinating experiences to share, do so. Because I'm not gonna have enough stuff to talk about while I transform bones for the next 30 minutes. Oh, this arm, we want it to be straight. Can it be done? I believe it can be done. It looks straight, right? Plonk. Well, we don't need to make it manually straight because we can press a button that makes it straight for us. Doesn't look straight though. It's straight on some axis, I'm sure. Or some plane. get a bend in there. And now press, wait, actually. Recalc some rolls. Whoa, not like that though. Let me see my axes. So when I do recalculate the rolls, I can see if I'm sticking to what I had before. Why are all of these behaving like a nightmare? Am I stupid? Okay, you know what? Forget rolls. Let's just press the button. There you go. No. That's still not straight. Okay. Already nothing is working. But you know what? Forget about it. We'll get back to it later. Let's place these legs roughly somewhere where legs are, or legs tend to be. Meh. Some of these bone placements are probably going to be horrendous at first, so don't kill me, don't shout at me. We iterate. We get it horribly wrong first, and then we get it good. Meh. I want these legs to be kind of straight as well for foot roll and such. And then where will your knee bend? Well, there, but can we push this back a bit? And then yes. Okay, so with CloudRig we get this arrow thingy, which indicates where the IK pole is going to spawn. So we want this to be in a good direction. You can see when I make this chain too straight, then that arrow pops to the side. So I think we are avoiding that successfully without putting things in the wrong places. So this is fine. Where can I find music from SpriteFry escaping scene? Very good question. I don't know. I don't think it's online yet, but I believe it will be at some point. It's one of the million duties that is waiting for Francesco. But man, the music in SpriteFry is so good. I still need to look up the guys who did it for us. Okay, this head bone needs to go up here somewhere. Okay, figuring out the pivot for the head bone is always a nightmare. Because like, yeah, I usually just ask the animators to give me feedback on that as like one of the earliest things, because I'm just bad at it, basically. But actually, I mean, I feel like sometimes the animators also disagree on where this should be, so whatever. We just come to a rough conclusion, even if it requires employing fisticuffs. And then similar thing with the shoulder. Where the shoulder pivot from? I don't know. Somewhere. Somewhere from the inside, usually. Ideally. Okay. I mean, honestly, ooh, you know what I forgot? That this rig has fingers. Where are they though? Haha. And hair. Snow has hair. Sure, I'll keep this. Great. Fingers though. Isn't it fun placing fingers? Like the most fun. Oh boy. Especially when you have Hjalti on your team, the master of fingers. He will nitpick the skin off your fingers, bro. That's what he'll do. But it's fine. I love Hjalti. And he's always right. That's the fucking annoying part. Wait, I swore again. Oh, fiddlesticks. Son of a sprite berry. These fingers will eventually become straight somehow as well. Straight on like this plane. But I'm not too worried about it for now. It is important though that they bend downwards, because I do want to slap IK finger on there. And for IK to work good, it needs to bend by default in a downwards direction, I guess, if that makes sense. And I have no doubt that these finger placements are nonsensical for now. But one thing at a time, baby steps. Once we see some deformations, we can start nudging things by 1 millimeter here and 1 nanometer there. Will we make a sequel to Sprite Right? Sure. We'll make a feature film. We'll make a whole animated series. Nah. We would, to be honest, because we love Sprite Right and we aren't sick of it, but there are new things to discover. New styles, new concept, new genres. I don't think we're the kind to keep making the same thing. We'd rather stop before we get sick of it. Because this way we can love Sprite Right forever. And also we would probably just ruin it over time, you know? So better to just leave it in its perfect incompleteness. Incompleteness? It's complete. How would we even continue Sprite Right? What happens? Ellie goes crazy and becomes a serial murderer. Is that the next Sprite Right? It's Ellie Fright. Oh dear. How many subdivisions? Usually 2, I would say. Of course, it's up to the modeling department, not me, but Julian usually slaps 2 on everything, because that's usually where you like really run into diminishing returns from further subdivision. Yeah, try. I'll probably do the snapping thing for the finger bones in a bit. Maybe I should have done that in the first place. I probably miss questions. If I miss a question and you find it important enough, you can repeat it like once or twice. And then if I still miss it, then geez, kind of embarrassing for me. I'm not snapping to reasonable loops here. This is a loop. Yeah, I should have done this in the first place. I don't know why I didn't. Thank you for reminding me to use my 3 brain cells. Ah! 1 brain cell. I don't have X-ray on this. Actually, I want to disable that subset for a second. Don't you love the choreography that it takes to snap bones to edge loops? You can see the shortcut fiesta in the bottom left. I actually kind of enjoy it, but it's a bit satanic at the same time in terms of like UX. But I'm sure you would have to do the same misery in other software as well. You would just be even slower doing it. But then again, what do I know? We won't snap that one. We'll leave that where it is. Okay, now because of my genius workflow, I don't know which fingers I've already done and which ones I haven't, so we'll probably redo a bunch. Okay, well, this is off. But you know, I reckon even this edge loop based snapping, I mean, it's only going to be a start, and then they probably still need to be tweaked. So whoever is only going to see the first part of this process, don't think that you know, you just snap to the edge loop and call it a day, because sometimes yes, but sometimes nah. But then again, depends on how much time you actually have to rig a character, because if you're rigging a background character or if you're in a hurry, then whatever. If the hands are gonna be 3 pixels on screen, then no one cares. Well, maybe if you're in a $10 trillion production, then somebody cares. Where do thumbs bend from, guys? Forever a mystery to me. But it's fine, because I know I can rely on Hjalti to shout at me. More thumb meat. Matt, we need more thumb meat. That's Hjalti every time I rig a character. Where's the friggin' thumb meat, bro? I'm sorry, Hjalti, I will add all the thumb meat. Alright, enough of this madness. It's not gonna get any better anyways. Let's generate the rig. Boop. Well, I kinda didn't expect it to just freeze Blender. Oh, it didn't. There we are. Okay, that shouldn't have taken that long. But hey, we have a rig. Look at that. That was easy. What the? Oh, okay, okay. Something is wrong. That's not how shoulders work, guys. That's not how shoulders work at all. Okay, so there's probably something wrong in the code. Although, wait, is there? Okay, wait, and let me enable advanced mode, so we have more of these buttons for the rig generation parameters. And what am I looking for? My brain is kind of shutting down. Sharp sections. When okay, something is wrong, because when this is enabled, this thing should not be happening to the shoulder. Okay, I think I know what it is. I will fix it later. For now, the temporary fix is to just kill the B-bones. And then regenerate. Is it gonna take like 30 seconds to generate every time? It's not ideal, to be honest. Can only hear mumbling, lol. That's me, bro. That's just me. But actually, if the audio does suck, then increase the volume a bit. Okay. Then I will increase the volume a bit. Testing, 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 testing. I'm increasing not the correct volume. Testing, 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 testing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but this should be louder. Let me know. Maybe just add them to your quick favorites instead of navigating the pie menus every time. That would be slower, I think. No? Like, quick favorites. Do you even have? No menu items found. Okay, I don't know how the quick favorites work, but I think that would just make it slower, right? Because the pie menu is like very fast. And the quick favorites, you would have to go down and click on the thing. I don't know. I never tried the quick favorites, to be honest with you. Maybe I should. Demeter, you also model characters? No. I modeled a character in college when I was 17. It was bad, but I was proud. But it was bad. How do I actually make a good rig? You're asking the wrong person. What's the issue? The issue was that the shoulder was doing all kinds of wriggly, bendy things, which it doesn't do anymore. Whoa. Which it doesn't do anymore. Oh. Okay, I need to find this user preference where my mouse can't run off the screen because this computer has issues with that. Is there such a preference even? Does anybody know? Editing? Nah. No idea. Region overlap? No. Meh. Maybe it doesn't exist. Whatever. Would be nice though. Okay, this is a rig. I want to disable the axis display because it's kind of annoying. Let's see, we have some layers. I am looking for finger IK because it's new. Oh, this method does not have that. Okay, then let me change some stuff. So just today I implemented a new finger rig type, which I would love to test out. So that's going to be kind of like, so this is only like half a rigging stream and half like experimentation stream. Experimentation, is that a word? I think that's a word. Copy type and parameters, mirror type and parameters. Okay, so I just assigned this new finger type that I never tested before to all of the fingers, and then let's regenerate. And I have a shortcut for regenerating the rig, which is for me Ctrl-Alt-R. So that's what I'm doing whenever Blender freezes for apparently half a year. Like, this should only take a couple of seconds, so something is horribly wrong. But whatever, it works. Okay. Right, I mean, this almost functions, except it's bendy in a way that it shouldn't be, which I guess I can fix. And somebody just pinged me in Blender chat, so something is probably horribly wrong. I will worry about that in the future. Are you using the rigify thingy or are you building it from scratch? Yes, I'm using rigify with a custom feature set called CloudRig, which is this thing. And you can download it from here. Hello? There we go, from here. GitLab, CloudRig, just Google it. It's in development, kind of. I think I will start calling it like officially released, kind of, when Blender 3.0 drops. But no promises there. It's always in development and always in beta, forever. It's like an early access game. Okay, so I wanted to enable sharp sections on all of the fingers and then regenerate. And so, yeah, so using rigify, there will be a lot of this, pressing a checkbox and then regenerating the rig. And normally that's not so annoying because it doesn't take 30 seconds, but here we are. Okay, so now these fingers are not noodling all over the place. They are instead nice and sharp. And I know the character is not deforming yet, but there's no point worrying about that when the skeleton itself isn't functioning good. This is almost good. It's just that the fingers are kind of drunk, which we can fix by tweaking the rolls and making sure that they are a straight line, which there should be a button for here, but there isn't. Oh well. Then we try our best manually. And I will think about why that button isn't there. Why is that button not there? That button should be there. Oh well. Because nothing ever works. Okay, so make it kind of straight. I'm also really annoyed as to why the recalculate roll is not giving me a decent result on any... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what I want, except not. That's what I want. Brilliant. This is a bit wonky. So I want these chains to be super flat, like between the first point and the last point. I want the 2 points in the middle to be kind of on a plane. And I had a button to do that for me with maths, but alas, the button has abandoned us. all to our own devices. And for the thumb, that usually doesn't work anyways because the thumb is all weird, so we just have to do that manually and figure out how it could be good. This seems fine, let's give it a shot. Hey, at least I can read chat while it's generating the rig, so that's nice. Is this Blender 3.0? Better, it's Blender 3.1. We always work on the latest daily build here at the studio. Not recommended, but it's exciting. Because every so often, we run into Blender on a bad day. That actually hasn't happened in a while, to be honest. Could write an addon to snap the nearest point in the last selected armature to the selection on the edit mesh. Snap the nearest point in the last selected armature to the selection on the edit mesh. It wouldn't help, I don't think. You would, what would holy moly. What would be needed for that workflow to be faster, I think, to be meaningfully faster, is to be able to enter edit mode on a mesh and an armature at the same time. And even then, you would need some cursor snapping. So I think that workflow is that's just the way it is. It's fine. I tried to do stickman rigging, but failed. Try rigify. Rigify is pretty chill. Like, you don't have to worry about this cloud rig stuff that I'm using. Just use regular rigify and look up some tutorials. There's tons. Look up Lollipop Man's tutorials, my boy Luciano. He's pretty chill. Are the fingers like supposed to be on the start of the thumb bone or one bone after the start of the thumb bone? So if this is being the start of the thumb bone, then the finger IK, well, this is the tip of the finger IK and this is the base of the finger IK, and it should be the whole thing. But actually, the new tech that I implemented today makes it so that we have, oh boy, IK, finger IK, oh boy, nightmare, list of settings. But imagine that this UI is nicer, and then we have left finger thumb 1, plonk. The full IK setting makes it either a 3-chain IK, like this, or a 2-chain IK, like this, and rotating it works on either one, which is pretty cool, I guess. Stretching, although, doesn't work that well, but I will fix that, maybe. So I don't know if that answers the question, but that's how it is. Now let's see if these fingers stop being drunk. Meh. Better. Why is it doing that though? Oh, because I'm on the wrong axis. I'm on global axis. Ah. Aha. Aha. Even better, but not quite there yet, especially these ones. And now the annoying thing is, iterating on this is kind of a nightmare, since you want to make like 20 tiny adjustments and see what it's like. But for me that takes a while because the generation process takes so long apparently. What, I just updated to 2.94 and now it's already 3.1. Well, kind of, but 2.94 is the official release and 3.1 is the alpha release and 3.0 is in beta. So lots of development going on, and we are on the experimental branches because we are crazy. You know what, I might just leave. Actually, oh wait, I thought of a way to bring the, well, I thought of a way to bring my magical button back. It's gonna be a bit satanic, but I'm pretty sure I have the magical button on the cloud. Wait, I'm an idiot. I was in the wrong UI. Okay, so we do have the button. Flatten bone chain. Boom. And look at that. It didn't do much, but it should have made these fingers perfectly straight. I hope. Flatten bone chain. Flatten bone chain. See, it's making like very, very tiny adjustments. Flatten bone chain. Oh, wait. I don't like what it did there. This doesn't look flat. What the heck? Doesn't look flat at all. Is it just my eyes? Nah. Let me just move this tiny bit. But why did that not work though? Ah, whatever. Let's just generate again. Hey bro, what's your PC specification? I have no idea, but it should be in the description. This is our streaming setup, so this is not the PC that I normally use for work. I like this, I like this. I don't like this, and I don't like this. So this button that I thought would fix all my problems is supposed to flatten these bones onto a plane and then recalculate their rolls in a way that this thing works. But nothing ever works, so there you go. Never mind. And yes, there are other more proper ways to do this, like creating a plane and then snapping things to that. But I don't wanna. Alright, I don't wanna. I would rather be an idiot, because then I feel at home and in my element. Meh. Okay, if it still doesn't work, then I'll do something smart instead. Try something smart. It's almost good. But I feel like now it's just a problem of bone rolls. Is it? No, probably not. Alright, let's do something kind of smart. Maybe. Maybe. What are my axes doing? Alright, so I'm gonna slap this edge to that end of the finger chain. I'm gonna hide the character and I'm gonna slam this edge to the other end of the finger chain. And then we snap these bones to the surface of this plane. And they don't move at all because they're already perfectly there. Wait, is the snapping even working? I don't think the snapping is working. The snapping is not working. Why not? What? What? Am I missing something obvious? What? Why is it not snapping? Snapping is turned on. It's not snapping. How long did you get to rig each character? The first ones for ages, the latter ones not for so long. So I would say Rex was the first one to get rigged, I think. Yeah. So Rex was rigged even before Ellie, and he took a while, like several months. I mean, I had an early rig like after a few days, sure. Hell, I had a body rig for him after a day when he was still just a sculpted mesh. But the face took a while. And then the later characters, which were Phil and Jay, for them it was not so bad. Like maybe a couple of weeks, and then a little bit of more like tweaks throughout the production, but that's for all the characters, like tweaks throughout the production. But Rex, yeah, that took a long ass time. Has anybody figured out why my bones aren't snapping? Bones are shown in front. Nah, that's not it. Oh wait, my snapping is off. Okay, but it's still not it. I'm going crazy. Project onto self. What does that even mean? Edit mode only. Project individual elements. So if I have here a sphere. Why can't I? Oh. Okay, I know why I can't select that thing, but it's stupid. Face. Snap it to a vertex then. Snapping to a vertex works. Volume. That also works. Only snapping to faces doesn't work. Need to add edge loops, not enough words. I mean, it should just work with the face, but you know what? Screw it. We'll just snap it to a friggin' vertex then, and have a million vertices. There you go, that works. More vertices, give me more. Okay, but they really didn't move at all, so I don't think this helps. So I guess it's more to do with the roll. But you'd think that the automatic roll calculation would be perfect. So, okay, guys who have been watching, tell me I'm not crazy that this bone chain, now that I snapped this and this onto this plane, where I snapped the edges to the beginning and the end of the bone chain, these bones must be perfectly aligned on a plane, and then I recalculate their bone rolls like this. So they should be a perfectly functioning IK chain, right? They won't be, and I don't know why. And yeah, it's probably just a bug that I couldn't snap to a face. That's what we get for using alpha. There you go, see, it's like, this is not per face, the same result I had before, even though I think it should be better. And just to confirm, I'm moving on local, y-axis. So, and then we can like check out the IK constraint, but it's gonna be on, whoa. Don't mind all that stuff. Here's the IK constraint, it's set to 90 degrees. Ooh, maybe, nah, no, it's not the pole placement either, because it's gonna happen even if I don't have a pole. So, I guess we'll just keep trial and erroring it. So if this is bending too much that way, I think that means we want to twist it. I don't know which way, but let's just try both. Let's just do an extreme twist so we see what it does. Well, I can definitely say that you are crazy. I will stay silent for other matters and wait for my lawyer. Fair enough. Hey Simon, I'm replacing you. But you should heal up so you can join us for Arcane tomorrow. but nobody talk about Arcane because you're gonna spoil it. Okay, so twisting the bone that way made it worse, right? Which is fine. Then we'll twist it the other way. Whoop. I don't know why I need to do that for this to work the way I want, but we'll do it. I know better than to ask questions that are not supposed to be answered. That didn't help at all. That didn't help whatsoever. Why? Why would you do this, IK chain? Okay, let's make it more extreme. But okay, maybe the roll of that bone doesn't matter? Maybe it's the roll of the next one? And the reason I'm not trying that right now is because Blender is frozen, because I'm generating, by the way. Okay. I mean, that kind of works, which is sad. But that's kind of the result that I want. You know? But why? Why do I have to do that? It's a mystery to me. But not one that I can be bothered to look into now. But this is so extreme. And you know what? This is terrible because now when you try to rotate this in FK, it's gonna be terrible. No, God damn it. Except for that, I need to put it to FK. Which you have to do in this abomination of a UI. I know, it's terrible. Bro, individual origins. There we go. Look at this nightmare. That's not how fingers bend. So this fix is not adequate. It's not good. Oh, I think I forgot to answer a question that I just remembered. Somebody asked how long SpriteFry took to render. I don't know. I rendered exactly 0 frames. I don't think anyone knows because it's a really difficult question. Because we re-rendered so many frames and we re-rendered parts of frames and yeah. But we've been rendering throughout the last, I'm not going to say a number, several months of production. But maybe not non-stop. Maybe only like the last month non-stop. Because then we always had something to render. I don't know. So yeah, that's probably why I forgot to answer it, because it's just not my area. Okay, I mean, this is not disastrous, it's just not good. But I think I will just figure it out later. For now I have to deal with it because this is the only way where FK finger is going to behave nicely. So you can just do this and it curls in nice. But yeah, hey, at least you learn about the plane trick, even though it didn't freaking work. So that's not so useful, huh? But you guys are with me, right? That should have worked, right? That should have freaking worked. I'll figure out sometime why it didn't. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, so currently, here's my wrist IK, and the finger IK is not following it, which is maybe just a bug. And if it's a bug, then I'm not gonna fix it now. I will fix it later, because as I mentioned, so this cloud finger rig type is brand new, implemented literally earlier today from 0. So I expect bugs. But is this a bug though? What is this parented to? Root. Then that's kind of odd. Ooh, this should be forced to be true. Okay, I wanna write that down real quick for myself. Arg, sorry, I need to put this on my to-do because I know exactly what's wrong. And actually, you know what? Let's fix it with Linux default text editor. Let's do it. Oh, but I can't because I will have... I can. Rigs. Cloud finger.py. Oh, why can't I copy the name of this? CRFK chain root. This needs to be forced to be true by the system, which can be done. CR. Well, actually, it only needs to be forced to be true when IK is enabled, and IK is always enabled. So yes, yeah, this is fine. CRFK chain root should always be true. CRFK chain root should be true. We save that. We grab the CloudRig folder from my Git repo and we slam it into our Blender preferences repo. Yeah, whatever. We reload scripts, which I have on Control-Shift-R, and can't run with modal operators because screencast keys is a modal operator, which is where? I swear. What? Oh, there it is. But why is it not? This is odd. Anyways, turn that off, reload scripts, turn it back on, come back here. And it errors. I should never have done this. Why would I do this? Cloudfinger does not exist. I don't know what this is, what all these errors are. But where's my CloudRig error? There should be a CloudRig error if it claims that Cloudfinger no longer exists. What have I done, guys? I broke everything. Oh no. CloudRig is gone. What? What do you mean merge folder? I'm just trying to open the... What? Okay, I think I've been bamboozled by Linux. I guess it was still working on copying it. And now I just cancelled the copying. Okay. Let's try that again. This is so stupid. Aren't live streams great? So here's our user preferences. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't you just symlink it? Well, I don't know. But there was a reason. What was the reason? Oh, because it is symlinked to my preferences on my work computer. But because this is a different computer, if I can't symlink. Ooh. Maybe I could though. Anyways, that's a question for the future. For now, I can't symlink my preferences from my work computer to this computer. But anyways, we delete this. So we don't have to worry about Linux prompting us to merge something 10 seconds after I already tell it to merge something. How much chat have I missed out on? At this point, I'd amputate the finger. I agree. Simon is in bed with a major headache right now, but I think I'll make it for tomorrow. Good. How much time will it take to render? I don't know what you mean by it. How much of this stream has been jumping out of Blender and into VS Code yet? Not yet. I haven't installed VS Code yet. Why does Linux want me to merge a folder into another folder that I just deleted? And especially the PyCache folder, which I don't care about. File conflict. What do you mean? Just overwrite it. It's PyCache. Nobody cares. Delete it. Okay, come on, please. Reload scripts. I have made a terrible mistake. I don't know what it is, but this is clearly not working. So here's what we're gonna do. We should open VS Code. Somebody, is this installed? Go away. Go away. There you go. Apparently I used it before. This is fun. Stop it. Stop. What? I don't know if you guys can see that, but Linux keeps demanding a password, and I just say no, and then it stops. I want to revert what I did. Even though this should not cause an error. Revert it. We will symlink this. Let's do it. Git cloudrig, this cloudrig, delete. We wait patiently for Linux to make sure that it's properly gone. I want this icon to go away. Does this mean that it's actually done or that it thinks it's done? Whatever. Symlink. Boom. Reload scripts. No error. So we will just manually enable the stupid create root button and then regenerate. And now the problem that we discovered like 20 minutes ago that nobody remembers anymore, where moving the wrist IK did not move the finger IK, is not fixed. But wait. Yes, it's not fixed. Frick. Okay, then it is a bug. Good. I wanted to make sure. And now I know for sure. And I'm gonna add to my to-do. Hey, this is not broken anymore. Whatever. Rotate to the cloud finger. Create root should be forced to true, and IK master should be parented to that root instead of the rigs root. Bam. There you go. And the to-do will wait for me next time I work on cloudrig, which is not now. Now, I think we will be satisfied with what we got. And we're gonna start binding stuff. Maybe? Yeah. I'll just tweak a couple of scales, but so by so in cloudrig the bone display sizes are hooked up to the bendy bone. Well, yeah, the bendy bone width of a bone, or b-bone width of a bone, and I'm noticing that like this shape is ginormous compared to the character's legs, so I just scale this down a bit, and in a second I'm gonna regenerate. I just scale this neck down and this head down as well. We regenerate just for some more tight-fitting bone shapes. But also, spoiler alert for far, far, far future, I want to try to set up this character's face with the mesh-based selection tech, so that we don't have to worry about stupid bone shape sizes, because they're stupid. Not as stupid as relationships lines though, because they are very stupid. Okay, let's start deforming this guy somehow. Oh, but this is gonna be really annoying. Temporary fix. Temporary fix. Wait, no, it's not gonna work. Is it? Maybe it will. No, it's not gonna work. I will attempt a temporary fix for this issue without coding stuff. So in theory, Well, first of all, I think this string here is wrong. Wait, I'm on the wrong thing. Never mind. Parent switching. Active parent will own the IK master and the IK motor control. Perfect. So, in theory, if I enable parent switching and only specify one parent, that should cause the IK pole and the IK master to be parented to the parent that I specify. I know none of that made any sense, but it makes sense to me. Don't worry about it. We'll do this. And then we copy that to all the other guys. And then mirror it to the other side. Regen. And now, if the gods will it, then the IK fingers will follow the IK wrist. Is this rig going to be free? I think, yeah. Rain is free, right? Yeah. If rain is free, then this will be free. I think rain is free. Yeah, rain is definitely free. Yes, yes, this will be free, I guess. He can't see our messages. I can, I just take my time, okay? Apply scale rotation, it could be off alignment, I don't know. Apply scale and rotation, it could be off alignment. Not sure what you mean. The armature sure doesn't have a non-uniform scale, that would be a nightmare. Okay, so move the wrist. Haha! Brilliant! Let's rig a character, guys. What are you masking here, Julian? Oh! Ooh la la! Holy shit. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Look at this dude. He has all the topology. It's pretty cool. Anyways, let's hide his private parts. And we will just... Do we do it all at once? Let's do it all at once for fun. Maybe not. Is it risky? YOLO. So what I'm gonna do is select all his objects except the face bits, the eyes and the teeth and the tongue, and just parent with automatic weights. And then we give it time, let it think. Actually, I don't think this is the workflow I'm gonna go for, because we have the base mesh. Like, okay, let's see how well this works, but I have a suspicion that this arm is gonna disconnect and this thing is gonna disconnect because Blender's automatic weights algorithm is, well, better than I expected. But still, I don't wanna rig this shirt separately from his body, and I do want it to stay a separate object, so what I would much rather do is hide his clothes for a long time and just weight paint the base mesh. So goodbye clothes. And then of course I can transfer the weights from the base mesh to the clothes and then clean up the clothes. Is the same true for the hair? No, the hair is gonna be like 2 bones, so whatever. I think I want... Okay, I want the eyebrows to be a separate object, and there's a reason for that. Because sometimes animators want a subdiv level on the eyebrows, even for viewport, even for playing back. What happened here? Was it me? Oh, did I break some? Oh no, that's just because the mask is off. Wait, is it? I think I was in the middle of a sentence, which I lost. It was about subdividing eyebrows, right? Animators sometimes want a subsurf level on the eyebrows, just so they can better see what it's going to look like. And if they want that, then I don't want them to also have to subdivide the hair, because then performance dies. So I'm going to rename this to Snow Eyebrows. That's fine. And then I'm going to disable this mask. And let's see if the rest of his body got weights, because I'm not sure if it does. Yes, it did. That's good. The face parts for now, I think I'll just do something very temporary and just parent them to the head, just so people don't get creeped out when they tune into the stream and they see a bunch of floating eyeballs. There we go. Okay. Excuse me? Oh, there's multiple eye objects. Okay, whatever. So which one did I parent? I parented the corneas, and now I need these guys. Alright, there we go, guys. It's a production rig. Ready. Let's upload it to the cloud. The studio website, I mean. And let's see what the people do with it. It's finished. Let's call it a day. Brilliant. Okay, actually, that was a lie. There is work to be done. So, let's do some weight painting. You're gonna see me using this menu a lot, which comes from an add-on called Easy Weight. You can Google it. It's mine, so it probably sucks. And let's see, we want the 0 weights active, so we can tell between 0 and unassigned vertices. We want auto-normalize because I like to work with auto-normalize. We want, for now, because we're going to be doing very rough stuff, I'm going to want the projected fall off so I can paint through the mesh, which is also why I have front faces only off. Accumulate, sure. I started using it recently. It's super nice. And that's about it, I guess. And then I select the face, actually, for the bone layers. This menu, by the way, the named layer stuff, this comes from CloudRig, so that's nice. I just enable the deform layer and just do some super quick, super rough, super obvious painting of like, yeah, maybe the head should be deformed by the head bone, you know? And maybe the neck should be deformed by the neck bone. And we blur it, so I'm switching between brushes also with the Easy Weight add-on with 1 and 3. Which screencast keys should be telling you, but I turned it off. There you go. No, never mind. Wait. Why is everything so complicated? Where's the workspace setting stuff? Here. Now? Why is... Disable it here. We come to this one. We enable it here. And then it works. Alright, there we go. Screencast keys is working again. I'm sure so many people are glued to their screen looking at every single keystroke that I press. Which is a bad idea because all of my hotkeys are custom. Sorry about that. But anyways, let's enjoy some weight painting nightmare. Put on some lo-fi tunes, which I can't because it's copyrighted, and I think we're not supposed to put on copyrighted music, but I don't know actually. I just assume. I'll ask Francesco for next time. X mirror with flip groups. That's what I want. There you go. Now we're painting symmetrically. And until now we didn't, which is bad. But whatever. This is very rough, quick, temp stuff anyways. But then again, everything is very rough and quick and temp until it isn't, so you never know. We will probably do some shape key stuff for this elbow, because trying to do elbows with just weights is usually unsuccessful, depending on how realistic you want the elbow to be, at least in my experience. Even though I'm not a fan of relying on shape keys or authoring shape keys, but I have to admit that sometimes they are kind of useful. Although I guess you could also do a corrective bone, but I'm especially not a fan of those because of scale propagation. That's the word, scale propagation, which tends to go haywire when you use helper bones for deformation, that is. Maybe there's a way to avoid that though. Not too sure. Fingers are actually gonna be pretty painful to get right, but for now I'm just putting, you know, super harsh weights, which I could probably just do by running quantize a few times, but that's not fun. Clearly this is. Aren't you having fun? I'm having the time of my life. Despite weight painting. Okay, my streaming computer just started going explodey. So I'll let you know if I smell smoke. Holy moly, I just realized the chat wasn't scrolled down. Holy frick. Oh no. Why does YouTube do this? Wow. Okay, so I actually haven't seen chat for like the last, I don't know, half an hour. Did someone ask if I'm French? I can't see the question. I only see the answer. I'm Hungarian. Linux distro, Pop OS. It's in the description. All kinds of specs are in the description. They demonstrate. I love these streams. They demonstrate even the super talents have problems. I am no super talent, bro. I'm just a friendly neighborhood rigger. That's a Spider-Man reference. Does individual origins affect anything? Yeah, the pivot point for when you have multiple bones selected, if you have it set to individual origins, then it will rotate from each bone's origin instead of their average position. Very useful for posing multiple fingers and stuff. How's he gonna wiggle his toes with this topology? It's very true, man, very true. How did I get working in Blender? I started in Source Filmmaker, believe it or not. And in order to get models into Source Filmmaker, which is a ancient, archaic software for making game cinematics, which is still being used, even though it's not being developed ever since its release in 2012. To get models into that software, you would have to use Blender, and so I did. And then people decided to pay me money for that, so then I got pretty good at it. Yeah, that's how I got into Blender. It's kind of fun, actually. Snow is never gonna take off his shoes. Nothing happier than making all the bones hitting parent with automatic weights and seeing all the bones working properly. I mean, yes, but I usually, like, working properly for me just means not falling apart. But it's usually very noodly from automatic weights, which is what I'm fixing now. The human on the top left looks already rigged and rendered. Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. Oh man, my chat is jumping around. Why does it do that? He's on Mac? No. If you switch workspace while running a model operator, the context that gets sent to the model operator has no area, so the operator will crash. The error can be caught, but it can't continue running. Aha. Okay. I guess that's what was happening with screencast keys. That's actually interesting. I mean, I kind of had the intuition for that, and that's why I could fix it, but it's good to know. Thanks. Do you have a video on just starting out for anyone who is new to Blender? I don't, part-time? Sure, the internet does. I recommend Luciano. No, what's his YouTube name? Lollipop Man. I recommend you search YouTube for Lollipop Man for rigging. He's the best. Actually, there's probably other people, but I only know him. Therefore, he is the best for me. Please add phonemes for lip sync in the rig. That helps a lot for animating dialogues. Lip sync tech. That is a thing that I think about every now and then. But the thing with lip sync tech is you would normally need it if you're going to animate a lot of lip sync, which we don't tend to do. But it would be obviously useful for other people. So, I don't know. I never did lip sync setup in Blender. Could be interesting to try out. Who knows? Maybe it will be a thing, but I can't make much of a promise on that front. Does that plugin work with regular rigify? All the plugins I'm using... Well, okay, wait. So if you try to mix Cloud Rig elements and rigify elements, it will kind of work. But the layer organization is going to be a bit of a mess. But that can be addressed. If you do a lot of customization in Cloud Rig, then you can make it match with what rigify is doing. But I don't recommend it. What plugin is he using? Looks like Vitalik Buterin. No idea what that is. And I don't know which plugin you are referring to. Who's Hungarian? I am. Hey, Aaron. Oh, we have 2 Hungarians. Awesome. How long have you been using Pop! OS? Since I started working at Blender 2 years plus something ago. Did you find it functions well for your main work PC? I am a Windows user normally, and I've only tried a few Linux distros. But yeah, I think Pop! OS is a pretty decent... It does a pretty decent job at being Windows-like, I guess. So it's good in that aspect. I like it when it works. I've never been able to rig a good-looking fist with bones. It's very hard, but it can be done. Well, you need shape keys to fix stuff probably, but it can be done. Unless that's exactly what you mean, in which case, me neither. The Source Engine fan to Blender, enjoy a pipeline. Yep. Classic. Ooh, Brown Hair Man in Hungarian says that he's 9 years old. We're not supposed to... We're supposed to stick to English in the chat, but shit, if you're... Ooh, I mean, but heck. If you're 9, then I'll let it go. I'll just translate the stuff that you say. That's pretty cool, man. But then I really shouldn't swear. Okay, back to some boring old weights. Am I at the bottom of the chat? I am. I mean, the weight pen tool you're using, Easy Weights addon, he made it's on his GitLab. Yep, that's accurate. Just Google for Easy Weight GitLab. It should be there. It has this UI and brush switching shortcuts. Basically all the things. Like you can see that I am weight painting and I am not in pain. Now, if you've seen anyone else weight paint, you will notice that there's a difference. So I highly recommend that add-on. Unless you enjoy pain, which is totally fine, man. I don't judge at all. Now look at all this thumb meat. We'll have to make it look beautiful with all the shape keys power that we have. But that's a long time from now. Probably. I should have turned on clean weights as well, so that will run the clean weights operator after every brush stroke. So I get less rogue weights, but also when I'm close to being done. with this initial round of wave painting, I'll do around with the rogue weight hunter workflow, which I'll show you. I think I'll stream for another probably 30 minutes. Finish up these weights, maybe do that rogue weight stuff that I just mentioned. And then I'll call it for now, and I have no idea when I will return. I'm sorry. There is no official schedule yet. This is totally just an experiment. This is my first time streaming. The technology seems to be functioning so far. Kind of. But hey, I'm sure Simon will be back with geometry node stuff soon. But I won't work on Snow off live stream. So Snow is like a live stream specific thing, I think. At least that's what I am hoping for. So that the whole process will be recorded. Although I have no idea who would want to watch it the entire way through. I mean, if we put like some timestamps so you could just skip through this boring part where I'm just doing the same thing over and over, then it might not be such an enormous amount of content. Okay, I should start bending things because at this point it's kind of pointless to make this more pretty without seeing how it actually behaves. Right, so, but the question is, do I want to make the test animation? Ooh, we can try to make the automatic test animation with CloudRig. Holy Spriteberry. I haven't done that in ages. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to try it. It's probably not going to work because I haven't tested it in a millennia. These shoulder weights are not going to be correct at all. Probably. Whatever. Okay. Okay, I haven't touched the spine yet. Whatever. Eek. Although, just blur the hell out of it. Okay, so what I would like to do. Let's go back to the Metric. Hello, where is my Metric? All the layers are disabled. Okay, whatever. And then come to the generation settings and enable generate action. And then come down here, back to the bone stuff and test animation, which is enabled by default on everything. And I think because I started with the Cloud Human Metarig, the parameters should be set up in a reasonable fashion, except for the fingers. Yes, so let me do that. And then I'm going to generate the rig, and it's going to generate me an awesome animation, or just set of keyframes, which will bend the stuff so I can see how it deforms without having to keyframe it myself, which is tedious. And the rotation range minus 15, minus 15 to 90 for these fingers. And then I want to copy that to all the fingers, mirror it to the, excuse me, select on both sides, mirroring would be ambiguous. Thank you, meaningful error message that I wrote. So then we generate and hope for the best. Generate action, is there a new 3.1 thing? No, that's a part of my rigify feature set. And it doesn't work. Which, to be fair, is what I expected. As I said, I haven't tested this in ages. So what we do, something that we did earlier on the stream, we go in here, we go into to-do.txt, and we say, generate action is broken. That's all there is to say about that. Okay, so that didn't work. That's a shame. Big shame. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe it did something. No. No, it did not. That's unfortunate. Okay. Then, oh well, I'll leave it for next time. Then for now, I'll just finish doing some weight painting on the spine. Nah, that's boring. I'll just do some keyframes on my own. After I regenerate again. And so I would rather improve the weights on the fingers and get like some semblance of final weights on the fingers, and also maybe push the pivot points around if needed, rather than like do the basic cleanup on the spine, because you've seen me doing weight painting for the past 20 minutes and it wasn't very exciting, was it now? Okay, so what I want here is an action, or well, keyframes to... Well, first of all, the finger should not be on IK by default, so maybe that belongs on the to-do as well. Yeah, I think so. Okay, should be off by default. Okay. But until then... Oh, okay! Well, Blender just crashed. But hey, we have autosaves every 2 minutes. Do we? Screencast keys. Oh boy. We just lost some work. But... oh, for frick's frack, bro. So this is probably the reason why Simon and Julian don't use screencast keys. And it's not screencast keys' fault, it's Blender's fault. The autosave is disabled when a model operator is running. This is such a classic. Such a classic. Alright guys. Weight painting fingers again. Oh man. This is like such a rookie mistake. To turn on screencast keys and then crash. And again, it's not screencast keys' fault, it's Blender's fault. Not for crashing, but for not allowing undo during model operators. I do not believe that there's a proper reason for that to be that way. Oh well. An exercise in patience, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is when you lose work. Just channel your inner Bob Ross and save every 2 seconds, even though screencast key is not turned on anymore, so my autosave is fine now. But man, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop using screencast keys, and I'll ask Simon about that software that he was using for displaying the keys that are being pressed. Memories of rigging in Maya. Which part? The crashing and losing work? Feels bad, man. But hey, both Blender and Maya have autosave just fine. It's just that under very specific circumstances, particularly if you're trying to stream, that autosave does not work. But tell you what though, there should be a big old warning when you press this button on screencast keys. There should be a giant pop-up that says, hey, your autosave is now gone. That would be nice. But I still would have pressed it, so because I knew my autosave would be gone. But hey, maybe it would have reminded me to save every 5 seconds, which now I do. It's not as bad as when Andy unplugged something when we were working upstairs in the office on Coffee Run, and Pablo Fournier lost his entire days, which at that point was 6 hours in of animation. That was a funny day. That's not for him though, but for me, who got to observe the misery from a safe distance. Felt bad for Andy though. Where's my multi-paint?
I think he was trying to unplug a lamp. And he also unplugged Publico's computer. Now that's rough, bro. That's rough. But hey, still not as rough as if your girlfriend had turned into the moon. Now that's rough. Save. How do you select bones in weight pane mode? You select your mesh, you select your armature, you enter... What the? You select your armature, you select your mesh, you enter weight pane mode. My tab key is acting up, sorry. And that way you are in pose mode on the armature and in weight pane mode on the mesh. Otherwise weight pane mode will be even more terrible. But I hope that answers the question. Somebody got the reference, that's good. Search for screen key later. So is this a new rigify that looks much more complex than current rigify, more like Rain's rig, which I thought was custom? This is my rigify feature set called CloudRig, which was Rain was the sort of discovery phase for. So Rain was custom, Rain was rigged manually, but then I implemented the things on Rain in code, and that turned into CloudRig, which we actually, the first thing we used CloudRig for was rigging the background characters on Coffee Run. But that's back when it was very early. But hey, there's still no proper face rig in CloudRig. Kinda is, but not really. And the reason for that is because it's just rough. Because for the sprite fry characters, their faces were not really the kind of faces that could be applied to other characters, or at least I think. Okay. God damn it. Rogue weights everywhere. Because I don't have clean weights on. God dang it. Now we do. Now we can make a comparison of the first time I weight painted this and the second time and see which time was faster. Okay, so we've arrived, I think, again at the point where there's no point making this any prettier before actually testing out how it deforms. So now, let's make that animation. Oh, this area is going to be terrible. Whatever. Let's make that animation. We save. We go on the FK and the fingers layer. Wait. Okay, the fingers are not on the fingers layer. I'll fix that later. So yeah, FK layer. And let's see, well, how do I want to do this? Maybe one finger with one bone at a time, I guess. Give me new action, but from an empty action, come on. And I'll worry about cleaning up this mess of actions another time. Oh my, we have rain actions in here. linked in from snow.shading. Oh, right. So I guess rain is linked in there for reference. Anyways, keyframing. Keying set failed to insert any keyframes. Button keying set. Julian. Lockrod scale. Okay. Boom. 90. And it's not in FK mode. Oh, that's when it crashed last time. So when I tried to click and drag on these sliders and set them to 0, it crashed. Not this time though. Oh, that's nice. Interesting that the thumb moves a bit, but whatever. A problem for the future. And keyframe, 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 keyframe. Alright, so now we are in FK fingers. And then I wanna make an animation where they each bend 90 degrees, which is gonna take a while, but that's the life. This is why I made this. This is why I made the animation generation thing, so I don't have to do this manually. But hey, it's not working. So what are you gonna do? And I haven't done this in a... What just happened? Oh, I haven't done this in a while, so that's why I'm kind of taking an eternity. Once I get into the groove of it, it's gonna get a bit faster. And I have auto keying on, so I don't know why I'm smashing the keyframe button violently every time, but hey, why not? I find it satisfying. This one, RX90, keyframe, RX90, keyframe, RX90, keyframe, RX90, keyframe, RX90. And that's all the fingers. I'm gonna ignore the thumb because I don't have time. And then let's see how this thing actually deforms. Awfully, kind of, but let me full screen, by the way. So I mean, yeah, it's bad, but is it though? Let me isolate just these guys and also like get rid of the FK layer. So I can push some weights back up to the other guy. I can do some masking. Oh yeah, I never fixed the modifier order. The armature modifiers are obviously supposed to be at the top. But whatever, that's another thing that I can do later. Do we do it with preserve volume? I mean, yeah, it looks good on the fingers, or at least in this particular joint. But then you try it somewhere else and it's gonna look terrible. You know what, for now, for the sake of simplicity, let's do it with preserve volume on. So for anyone who doesn't know, preserve volume is just a different, I don't know, deformation, interpolation thingy. So that bent areas, well, kind of preserve their volume a bit better. Which is great here. And okay, also, of course, fingers aren't sharp as a spike, but this will be subdivided, so I should look at it with subsurf, I suppose. But then it's slow. Not too slow, it's fine. So yeah, I mean, this is fine. It's better with preserved volume. So I'll just keep this for now. And then later it could still be pushed more out with a shift key. But the way I like to do finger shift keys is kind of complicated, and it relies on a Python snippet, which I haven't touched in a long time actually. But hey, maybe it won't be necessary. Maybe this is fine as it is, but I doubt. Okay. And now we're gonna run into an annoying issue where seeing the next finger is gonna be a pain because I did the keyframing stupidly. Let's fix it. So I enable FK. Come on, this finger selected only, and I don't want you to bend back. Just stay down there. Okay, I mean, this is a bad solution. Instead, I did everything wrong. It's gonna be something funny. Look, keyframe here, scale to 0, brilliant. That finger won't be in the way anymore. Let's do the same for the other ones. So just before the next finger starts to do its thing, I'm gonna scale this to 0. And the next one. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have gone all the way to 0, because then a bunch of the mesh disappears. God damn it. Scale to 0.001. .001. There we go. Cool. So now we can see what each finger is doing. Let me look at the comments. Oh, if you want to fix the mouse rollover issue, preferences, input, continuous grab off. Yes, please. I was looking for this earlier, but I couldn't find it. Thank you very much. Fuck, David. Dang, I was AFK to answer my question. That is a good question. Oh, about whether this is new rigify. No, it's not new rigify. It's a custom feature set of rigify that I implemented based on Rain. That's why it looks similar to Rain's body rig. I'd love to do a deep dive about Sprite's cartoony face rigs sometime. Really love them, especially after playing with Ellie. Feel free. It's kind of simple in a way, sort of. I mean, it's mostly just an action-based setup, which you're probably familiar with. And then it's just shrink wrap, which is kind of like, it's great that we got away with that for Sprite, but that's only because the style allowed it. It was a massive luxury to have shrink wrap on the characters' faces to preserve their silhouette. And that was only possible because the characters didn't need to have any wrinkles or anything like that. Otherwise, that would not have been possible, and then I would have cried and protested. Just put corrective smooth on every knuckle. I mean, you can, and I might. You never know. I do love me some corrective smooth. It never hurts to have just a tiny bit, or a lot. Wave painting is the area that I'm always scared to touch. I don't blame you. I like preserve volume except for around elbows and shoulders. Always looks weird, but that's what multi-modifier is for. Yeah, I guess. I'm also... yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Mixing preserve volume and not preserve volume is probably the best. But sometimes I just work my way around it. I have no idea what kinesthetic animation is, but go for it. All I want to do is play with the rigs, but feel like I have to learn it someday. Don't. If you're animating, you shouldn't have to do any wave painting. That is hopefully true, but you never know. These streams are such a treat, thank you. No, thank you, Ahmad. Wait, is it kinesthetics or calisthenics? Don't go around throwing big words at me, bro. Bigly words like that. Does it cover wave paints around corners and hips? We'll get to it eventually, but not today. But I'm not sure what you mean about what you mean by corners. I have global idea how they work. Not defined it as though. I don't know the context of this. Something in Russian. Sorry, I don't understand. Or maybe not Russian, but I think it's Cyrillic. I'm just referring to making tested emissions for rigging. Forget the name for it. No idea. Oh, procedural? I think. Okay, back to whatever the heck I was doing. Does anybody know? Wave painting, fingers. That's what. Look, look, look. This looks fine, right? Fine-ish. This does not, though. So let's isolate these fingers. And let's see. So I can either pull those verts down with this, and then preserve volume kind of does something good, or I can allow this to hold on to some verts up there, or just blur the hell out of everything. Honestly, I'm happy with this. This is fine. This inner area, for rain I had to worry about it, because we had a lot of bored animators who had nothing better to do but to give me feedback. But I wouldn't. Or at least for now I won't do that, because that's crazy. That level of detail, I mean. In a rig, you hopefully don't need that in your life. And if you do, then, well, you have no choice but to make a bunch of shape keys. Okay. Next finger. Remove some rogue weights that weren't meant to be there. Blur the hell out of the knuckle, because it seems to work fine. Ish. Well, this does not. It worked fine until now. Oh, because this isn't... What the hell? Whoa, where the hell did I put this bone? What? Jesus. Why didn't anybody shout at me? Okay, I guess I don't know. I have no excuse. Are they all this wrong? probably. Slide this along its normal to keep the fingers straight. And that's where the knuckle is. Jeez, okay. I guess I was sleeping. Oh well, whatever. We fix it, and then we'll fix the weights. Yeah, this should be better. And these carpals, I mean, they are rarely ever used, but let's make them a bit longer as well. I mean, yeah, this. I mean, technically they could be even longer, but again, they never get touched, so whatever. Regenerate. Let's see. Like around armpits and leg joint and ever edges. Yeah, then yeah, we'll get around to it on the next stream probably. Weight painting armpits and hips and stuff. In fact, I might try out some experimental stuff for hip deformation, which we used on Ellie, who is online now, so you can check that out. So she has some cool tech for hip deformation, but I think that specific setup will only work with like reasonably somewhat skinny characters. Maybe it will work for Snow. I think it should. And the shoulders, no idea. Yeah, we'll just brute force it. So yeah. But mostly what you're gonna get from seeing me weight paint shoulders and hips is not like, so that's how you do it. But instead more like, so it's difficult even if you know what you're doing. And painful. Because yes it is. Anyways, back to fingers. So I just realized that my knuckles were in completely the wrong place, which is fine. I mean, whatever. You live, you learn, or something like that. So to fix that, I will, well, okay, fixing it is easy, but fixing it without destroying everything else is the tricky part. So let's try to be careful by employing some vertex masking. Bigger, bigger. Okay, so this is the area that I want to mess with. And these are the only two bones I care about. And then blur the hell out of it. And then we blurred too much the hell out of it. Let's see what this looks like without subsurf. Fine. It's 7. I should wrap this up. Whatever. We'll go a bit over time. Although, no. I can't. I will fix a couple more knuckles and then I'm gonna call it. Okay, so we need to pull this down so we can just blur the hell out of that. Is this how knuckle works? Maybe not. Definitely not. Eek. Eek, eek, eek. I don't like what I'm doing here. That's better. Or at least that helps. I mean, after subsurf, this should be fine. Yeah. I'm okay with this. I mean, it could use some help from ship keys, of course, but for bones, only, it's good enough. I think. I'm gonna enable front faces only, but I'm this close to the mesh because there's a bug where if you don't have... No, wait, that's not front faces only. That's the projected thing. Because with projected, sometimes it paints stuff behind the camera, which I think it just did. No, this was already like this. This is fine. Okay, I need to pick up the tempo a bit. So that part of the finger is fine, and then bloop. And then we have this knuckle. Do you work at Blender Studio? Yes. I was hoping you'd say this is some big update to rigify that automatically makes a rig like Rains. Not quite. That's cool, I never thought... Oh, this is not for me. Do you suggest if you are a single person doing animating to use custom or add-ons for rigging? As in, if you want to make the rig bone by bone or do it procedurally? If you don't want to learn rigging, then do it procedurally, because it's better. I mean, it won't get you as much control, but like if you decide to learn rigging, then you're never going to become an animator because it's going to take forever. And you're going to use up all your motivation to do something totally useless, which is learn rigging. Don't learn rigging. I need my job security. There's been lots of rumors and teasers about future Blender versions having much better rigging pipeline features. Don't believe the rumors. That will explain the volume loss. What? Does Blender have weight assign slider, like manual selecting vertices and choose the percentage of it? Yeah, it does in edit mode though. In edit mode you can select verts, come to the vertex group menu, set a weight, click assign. But why would you do such a thing? Holy moly. I love how the YouTube chat window just jumps around. What is this? Open source software? Why doesn't it work properly? Like a table of vertices with weight values, like a mini spreadsheet, kind of like you can in Maya. There is an add-on for this, I don't know what it's called. But I also don't really get what people use it for. It's kind of strange to me. I work as an animator, so do I need to be learning rigging? Because each and every work that have come to me has asked me to work on a full pipeline. Shit. Then maybe you should learn rigging, but I don't know, man. It's rough. Like, I mean, if you like rigging and you want to become a rigger, learn rigging. If you like animating and you want to become an animator, learn animating. I don't think it's a question of what the industry needs, unless you are desperate for either money or getting into the industry, then sure, learn whatever the industry needs. It's reassuring to see someone who knows what they're doing also struggling with weight painting. Oh, good, good. Okay, for a second I thought you were gonna claim that I know what I'm doing. Oh, well, you did, but no, you're wrong. Hey, Mike, I'm rigging snow. He's naked currently, but ignore that. And I'm not gonna be here for much longer, probably like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna... Did I fix this knuckle yet? Doesn't look fixed. No, I didn't. I will fix this knuckle, and then I'm gone. I would stay longer. Well, actually, what I would do next time is start the stream earlier. Because this was the first time I spent some time figuring out how this works and stuff. Why is... Okay, wait, let me disable subsurf. Why is this vertex kind of poking out here? Kind of weird. But whatever. I want to focus on these guys. And I think this guy needs to have more influence on this to pull it down a bit. Does it though? Eh. What am I doing? Do I want this edge loop to be pulled down by the finger? I don't think so. I should try to be consistent with the other finger. Let's see what I did there. Holy moly, I pulled everything down. Fine. Let's do that then. So we are allowed to pull the loops down all the way up to this. So way more. Which means we can blur this a bit and this a bit. And we hope that it will somehow look good. And if it doesn't, then we will change our mind. I mean, I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing, to be honest. Is this getting there? Yeah, maybe. Let's see with subsurf. Ah, yeah, but it's better with subsurf. Surprise. I mean, again, it's like as good as it gets with bones, and then you can make it better with shape keys. Oh, but I haven't done the bottom part yet. I'll do that as well. Let's see how I did the other finger. How many edge loops did we affect? Everything in the whole universe. Holy bejesus. But I mean, this is fine. So I will try to do the same for the next finger. And then I want only front faces. Disable subsurf because my brush strokes are a bit slow. I've been pinged on Blender chat again. Let's see if it's important. Mike. No, Mike, this was meant to be a secret stream on purpose. That's why we had no marketing. We don't want hundreds of millions of people watching me figure out technology. I've played the role of rigger and animator before. It's hard. I've never gone as in-depth with either workflow as someone who does it all the time. That sounds hard, man. Although, hey, at least you have the luxury, I guess, of if something doesn't work on the rig, you can fix it. But the downside is probably that if something doesn't work, you have to fix it. So yeah, it doesn't sound ideal. And I reckon it's nice for an animator to be able to like focus on their craft. Make it good and beautiful. Instead of having a talented animator click on vertices with a monkey brain. No. That's what I'm here for. Okay. That's a bit too harsh. Yikes. Yikes. Maybe we won't accumulate all for this one. It's still too much. I just want to subtract a tiny amount. Why is this terrible? Why is this absolutely terrible? I mean, I kind of know. But what I'm confused about is why the other finger was not so terrible as far as memory serves. Why is this less terrible? This should be equally terrible. Interesting. Is it because the pivot point is a bit further back on the first one? Yeah. Yes, it is. That's fine. We'll do it. So this is the edge loop that I want for the knuckles. Which is something I should have gotten right the first time, but whatever, man. Whatever. When will you make another stream? I'm not sure, sorry. We will try to announce it in advance though, I guess. I've never really heard of someone actually getting paid to rig and animate. That's a lot. If you animate and also have to rig, I hope the money is high for you, because that's a lot of work. After making an animator is the same person, question mark? Nah, I don't think so. Especially not a bigger studio. I mean, like, we are not a big studio, and even for us, I mean, I guess before I came here, maybe the animators were doing rigging. Maybe Hjalti was doing rigging. Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I think he rigged like all the daily dweeb stuff. I'm not sure. And probably other things. I tell them the same thing when I have to make a custom rig, but they always back out. This is why I do fingers last, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of a random choice that I started going deep diving into finger weight painting. I don't know why, but I guess it doesn't matter. And the chat just jumped away. I don't know if I'm dumb, but I never made the symmetry and weight painting work. You're not dumb. It basically only works if your mesh is perfectly symmetrical. Or it only works reliably if your mesh is perfectly symmetrical. Hell, it only works reliably if you have a mirror modifier. But nah, it should work if your mesh is perfectly symmetrical. Has anyone got could add a memory and know how to fix it? Get more memory in your graphics card, or split up your scene to different view layers and compose it together. Vertical mouse seems like a good investment for a rigger. I never tried one of those, if I know what you mean. But why for a rigger? Everyone else uses them. Well, okay, yeah, I guess I see what you mean, because other artists might use pens and stuff. But I could also be using a pen for weight painting. I'm just... doesn't seem like it requires that much precision. What add-on are you using for rigging? Is it available for download somewhere? Yeah, it's CloudRig. Just you can Google for GitHub CloudRig, but it's in development, TM. Unless you mean the weight painting thing, which is easy weight. You can Google for that too. So the two things that I've been mainly using today were CloudRig and easy weight. Next time I'll leave descriptions, leave links of that in the description. The level of this is so much that I can take. I don't know what you mean by that, but maybe. Thank you. Is Rigify and AutoRig Pro also Adobe Mixamo as somewhat good generated rigging? Yeah, I played with Mixamo once. It's kind of cool. I mean, as far as I could tell, it doesn't like get you something like for a production, but it gets you characters moving within seconds. That's kind of nice. Have you tried tension map in your rigs, skin folds and such? No, I never tried that, but it could be interesting. Maybe if we do something like realistic, then that could be fun to play with. But we would need like also a good preview of that in the viewport, which I guess with Eevee we can have, maybe. Okay, what am I looking for? This silly knuckle that I said I would fix and stop streaming. So let's fix this silly knuckle once and for all. Because now that the pivot point has moved, it should be possible for me to make these weights work good. Maybe. Wait, what? What did I just do a second ago? No. Okay, I don't know what I did, but whatever. I am suspicious that if I have both of these bones selected and I'm only having a 0.5 influence here combined, then who is having that influence? Is it the neighboring carpals? Yeah, we can take a bit from them, I think. And from the wrist. But not these guys, right? Okay. There we go. That's kind of better. Maybe. Whatever. Bend. Top of the knuckle still seems okay. At least if I enable subsurf, then I think it's gonna be fine. But this bottom part is a disaster. And it feels like it should be fixable. Let me make this bone a bit smaller on the display size so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Oh boy. Oh boy. What is going on? Subsurf off. Smooth vertex weights. Let's see what this does. Deform pose bones. That just enabled my subsurf. Excuse me? Am I crazy? Did I have subsurf on before? I guess I did. I think I might be going crazy. But hey, that helps, which means... Why is that? Jesus. Why can't I slide this value? I mean, it kind of helps, but not that much. Whatever, we'll keep the smooth. But then I want to add some influence to this thing, but it doesn't do what I expect. Come on. There we go, that's what I want. Why doesn't that happen before? Oh, because I'm stupid. Projected. And not front faces only. There we go. Okay, this is what I want. Why did I turn this into a finger weight painting episode? Like the most boring thing I could have picked for the first stream. This was not pre-planned, by the way. In my defense, I just kind of followed the flow. And it led me down a dark path. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go outside and... Yuck. But this is almost fine, I think. Yeah. This is better than before. It's an improvement, I would say. So at some point you have to give up and say that it's good enough. Okay, come on. What is this? And that point for me needs to happen in the next 30 seconds. Oh, come on. Who is poking this freaking vertex out? I think my time is up. Wow, guys, would you look at that? It's good enough. Look, just slap the subsurf on it. Look, if the subsurf is not satisfying enough, you know what you do? Bam. Look at that. It's perfect. Oh god, it makes it so much worse. Okay, you know what? When correctly smooth makes it look worse, that's when you know that you've done everything you could. So actually, I'm happy. Yep, this is fine. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna read some chat, and then I'm gonna have my goodbye, and I'm gonna go climbing. Oh boy, I'm gonna be late for climbing. I wish the tension map is like back on. Oh, I wish the tension map is like back on Blender. There is so much flexibility for creative riggers. Sure. Yes. Make some backs for VFX related, I think. Oh yeah, I guess like when you need like a background character animation or crowd stuff, then it's probably awesome. Yeah, background crowd seams. Do you start for automatic weight paints or like create a weight from scratch? I tend to start from automatic weights unless there's a lot of disconnected pieces, which for a character usually there isn't. But like for example on Sprite Fright, I rigged some trees and I wouldn't start with automatic weights for their leaves because it would just be a disaster. Best to just start from scratch. But then again, that's a very simple example, so maybe it doesn't matter. And my chat just jumped again. Technology, man, doesn't work. What my teacher does is, in this situation, is play with the slider until the vertex goes to the right place. And that message was probably from when I was playing with the smooth vertex weight operator. And I mean, yeah, I try to do the same, but sometimes the vertex does not go to the right place. Hey, Vivi, I'll try to be there on time for bouldering. More rigging streams would be great in the future. We'll make it happen. This is highly interesting. Learned a ton. By the way, how do you get that floating menu to keep popping on? I have it bound to W. This one. Yeah, so this is my replacement for the default W menu, which is bad. Great stream, a lot of great information. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed. Have you watched Arcane? I have. I will let you know what you thought about it. I think it's very good. I am making the entire studio watch it tomorrow. Don't you worry. Literally, almost everyone. The entire Blender office is going to be watching Arcane tomorrow. It's going to be so sick. man. Something else I can tell you without spoiling anything is, so I've seen Arcane, Andy has seen Arcane, Rick, our animation director, has seen Arcane, and Jeroen Bakker, one of our developers, has seen Arcane. And out of that, 3 of us are going to watch it again. Because it's so freaking good. Holy shit. Does Blender work in bad PC? No. I've been struggling with weight painting on a character, so this was awesome to see. Thank you. I'm also struggling. But yeah, you know, I know that even if I can't reveal the secret of how to make weight painting easy, at least I can make you feel better that it's impossible, you know? At least it's maybe easier to accept when you see me struggling with it. But I mean, maybe I did help with something. I mean, go grab easy weight is good. I love it. I love that I made it. Use it. It's good. It makes it so much less painful. Yeah. I think that's it for me. Thank you guys for joining. Way more people than I expected. Way more active chat than I expected. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess we'll continue with more boring ass finger weight painting stuff next time, and then do some other stuff. Whenever the next stream is, I don't know. But we'll try to announce it maybe a day in advance or something. All right, let's see if I can find out how to end this. Goodbye, guys. Have a good day. Join Simon's stream tomorrow? Not sure. Oh, no, wait. Well, depends if he's sick or not, I guess. Whenever. Join Simon's stream whenever. See ya!